सर वो रिटर्न
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And today we are going to start our new module and the new batch. And the topic of today's discussion will be IELTS writing exam. And this will be the introduction of the writing exam along with the parts, means the task which are to be performed, and then what type of skills we need to have to enhance or to lift up the band in the IELTS writing exam. Now in Urdu, आज का लेक्चर हम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं अपना नया बैच और नया मॉड्यूल IELTS राइटिंग एग्जाम के साथ। आज का जो लेक्चर है वो फोकस करेगा IELTS राइटिंग एग्जाम है क्या, नंबर 1, नंबर 2, ये कितनी देर का है और इसमें कितने टास्क परफॉर्म होते हैं। आई विल कीप ऑन राइटिंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन, मैं लिखता रहूंगा, एंड दैट यू पीपल विल बी गिवन अ टाइम इन बिटवीन द लेक्चर, मैं दरम्यान में रुकता भी रहूंगा, एंड देन आई विल कीप ऑन टेकिंग योर क्वेश्चंस सो दैट आप में किसी बच्चे को कोई कंफ्यूजन ना रह जाए। सो आई एम टर्निंग माई स्क्रीन towards my typing pad so that you people could understand better, and then I will be giving you time in between to ask me the question about any unclear thing. So we are turning ourselves to the screen now. So now IELTS writing exam, and the IELTS writing exam is in total is an exam of 60 minutes. कुल 60 मिनट का एक एग्जाम है। IELTS राइटिंग एग्जाम 60 मिनट का ये जो एग्जाम है, इन 60 मिनट्स में स्टूडेंट्स ने 2 काम करने होते हैं। स्टूडेंट नीड टू परफॉर्म 2 tasks in total, 2 tasks in total. So now these tasks what students have to perform in their exam are called as task number 1, and the second one is known as task number 2. So task number 1 is of 20 minutes in total. This task will be of 20 minutes in total, and this task will contribute 33% marks in the writing exam. Okay, so task number 2, this task will be of 40 minutes, and in 40 minutes students have to work on task 2, and this side contributes 66% marks in total of the writing exam in IELTS. So this task number 1 that I have mentioned here, and I'm going to make it a bit bold for you people for your better understandability. This task 1 in IELTS that is of 20 minutes and contributes 33% marks in total. ये task 1 जो 20 मिनट का है और 33% marks को contribute करता है, इसको कहते हैं summary writing. It is known as summary writing for the academic students. And what is summary writing? In summary writing, students have to write 150 words, 150 words on a picture, and this picture may be a graph, this picture may be a chart, this picture may be a table, this picture may be a flow diagram, this can be a process, this can even be a life cycle, this can even be a pie chart, or even this is a line description as well. Line description. This can even be a map. So what is IELTS task 1 for 20 minutes for academic students? ये एक summary writing है एक पिक्चर पर, And this picture can be a graph, can be a chart, can be a table, can be a flow diagram. This can be a process. It can even be a life cycle diagram. It can be a pie chart, even ये एक line description या map भी हो सकता है. So task 1 is known as summary writing for the students who are going abroad for the purpose of study, means the academic students. यही task 1 is known as letter writing, and this letter writing is for those students who are going abroad for the sake of work, means जो journal training के students हैं उनके लिए the task 1 will be the letter writing. What is letter writing? The students have to write 150 words on a well-explained case or a well-explained scene by the examiner. So now when you talk about task number 2 of IELTS writing exam, that is of 40 minutes and contributes 66% marks, this is common and similar for both academic and GT students. टास्क नंबर 2 जो कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए 40 मिनट का टास्क है आइल्ट्स के राइटिंग एग्जाम में, ये कंबाइन है, एक जैसा है एकेडमिक एंड जीटी दोनों स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. सो ना अगर हम बात करते हैं इस स्पेसिफिक टास्क की, तो इट इज नोन एज एसे राइटिंग. And what is essay writing? Students have to write 100 and 250 words in minimum. 250 words minimum on a well-explained topic that can be any one of 5 in total. तो स्टूडेंट्स ने 150 वर्ड्स लिखने हैं एक वेल एक्सप्लेन्ड सीन पर, जो कि एग्जामिनर आपको देगा. 150 वर्ड्स ऑन मिनिमम, नॉट एट द मैक्सिमम, मिनिमम लिखने हैं. और ये कोई एक स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक हो सकता है एग्जाम में आउट ऑफ 5 इन टोटल, यानी कि टोटल 5 टॉपिक्स हैं जो एग्जामिनर बताता है कि ही कैन गिव अस इन एग्जाम. So now the first topic that can appear in exam is known as advantages and disadvantages of any. तो हम इसको कंप्लीट कर देते हैं. Advantages and the disadvantages essay. So the first essay is the advantages and disadvantages. एग्जाम में आ सकता है. The second essay can be the problem and solution, or the problems and solutions essay. Number 3, this can be agree or disagree essay. Number 4, this can even be your opinion essay. This can even be number 5, 2 questions essay. Examiner may ask us 2 questions and we have to answer the 2 question essay in exam. The example of this type of essay, as you might have listened this type first time in the life, आपने जिंदगी में पहली बार इसका नाम सुना होगा. मैं एक प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल से इसको समझाता हूँ. आजकल देहातों से शहरों में बहुत ज्यादा माइग्रेट करके लोग आ रहे हैं. क्या रीजन हो सकती है इस माइग्रेशन? ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 हो गया. व्हाट गवर्नमेंट शुड डू इन द रूरल एरियाज? गवर्नमेंट क्या करे रूरल एरियाज में टू कंट्रोल दिस माइग्रेशन, कि ये माइग्रेशन रुक जाए? तो अब 2 सवाल हैं. फर्स्ट, क्यों लोग शहरों को आ रहे हैं, और दूसरा, क्या करें देहात में तो लोग रुक सकते हैं वहां पर? ये 2 सवाल हैं. सो इट इज नोन एज 2 क्वेश्चंस essay. 2 other type of essays, like for an example, one is known as positive and negative views. The positive and the negative views essay is the second name of the advantages and disadvantages essay. It is not any new type. So there is another essay that can appear in exam and often appears. It is known as discussion. So if examiner asks us to discuss a thing, that means that it is asking about our opinion. So discussion essay is a subpart of opinion, while the negative and the positive views are the subs or a small side of or a subside of the advantages and disadvantages essay. दो essays positive and negative views जो हैं, अगर ये आता है एग्जाम में तो it is sure that this essay is advantage and disadvantage essay type. पर अगर एग्जाम में आता है डिस्कशन essay तो ये कंफर्म है कि ये ओपिनियन essay है. तो इन दो एसेस का इंक्लूजन आपके एसेस के टॉपिक्स को 7 नहीं करता, 7 नहीं करता है, 5 ही रहेंगे. बट आपके एडवांटेजेस और डिसएडवांटेजेस essay along with opinion essay की एक सब कैटेगरी और सब ब्रांच बन के आपको दिया जाएगा, and it will be answered on the same pattern, on the pattern in which you will be answering the advantage, disadvantage or the opinion essay. So this side will remain same for the both students who are relating to any of two means the general training, or number 2 they relate to or they are linked up with the general training or the academics. So दोनों के लिए same होगा. So I'm going to recall, I'm revising what all I have written here in front of you. मैं दोबारा इसको repeat कर रहा हूँ, इसको फिर से देख लीजिए. So IELTS writing exam. IELTS writing exam has two different tasks to perform. IELTS writing exam is an exam of 60 minutes. ये 60 मिनट का एग्जाम है. इस 60 मिनट के एग्जाम में 2 टास्क करने होते हैं बच्चों ने. पहला टास्क कहलाता है आपका समरी राइटिंग फॉर एकेडमिक स्टूडेंट्स या लेटर राइटिंग कहलाता है फॉर जनरल ट्रेनिंग स्टूडेंट्स. 20 मिनट्स होंगे टास्क 1 के लिए. 33% मार्क्स कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे आपके टोटल राइटिंग के मार्क्स में. And the students are required to write 150 words. Either it is a letter or it is a summary. ये letter है या ये summary है. Students को 150 words ही लिखने हैं in either of them if they appear in exam. Number 1. Number 2, in summary writing, students will be given a picture by the examiner. This picture that will be given by the examiner can either be a graph, ये chart भी हो सकता है, table भी, flow diagram भी, process diagram भी, life cycle भी, pie chart भी. It can be a line description and even it can be a map. Any one out of these all can be there in exam for the academic students, and any specific scene can be there in the letter for the GT students. अगर हम बात करते हैं IELTS writing exam task number 1. So now when we enter into task number 2, the IELTS writing exam task number 2 is the task of 40 minutes in total, and this task contributes 66% marks in total. 66% marks contribute करता है. It is known as essay writing. So now in essay writing, students are given 5 different topics. Students can be given any one out of 5 different topics in exam, और उन्होंने 150 words in minimum लिखने होते हैं इनमें से किसी एक टॉपिक पे जो एग्जामिनर एग्जाम में दे दे. 5 common topics are advantages and disadvantages essay. Number 2, problem and solution. Number 3, agree disagree. Number 4, opinion. And number 5 is 2 questions essay. One question is of positive, of negative. Positive and negative views may appear, but this is always a subpart of advantage and disadvantage. And if essay says discuss, that means it is a part of the opinion essay. So it is the IELTS writing exam task 1 and IELTS writing exam task number 2. So overall, the IELTS writing exam includes total 2 tasks, and the score will be between 0 to 9 bands. 0 to 9 bands. So 9 stands for the maximum and 0 stands for the minimum score in the writing exam of the students. The band calculation formula here will be like 33% and 66% marks allocation is calculated in this way. Band calculation in writing exam, band calculation in writing exam will be like this one: summary marks plus essay marks plus essay marks divided by 3. So it is the calculator, it is the formula that examiner uses. If there is any some GT student, the band calculation will be like this. The band calculation will be like this. It will be letter marks plus essay marks plus essay marks divided by 3, and this will turn into the writing exam score. If there is any question, I would be very happy to answer the question of the students who are sitting in the class.